And then now I want to talk about something that's almost Star Trek, and that is Galaxy Quest. Galaxy Quest being the film that released in 1999, starring Tim Allen and Sigourney Weaver, and is a parody of Star Trek and a few other sci-fi films. It's one of my favorite movies. But if you love Galaxy Quest, then you're going to love this news, because it looks like we're getting a Galaxy Quest. They're calling it a reboot in the article, but the way they describe it, it doesn't really sound like a reboot. It almost sounds like a sequel. But anyway, ever since 2015, Amazon has trying to develop a series based on Galaxy Quest that would have taken place literally right after the film commenced. It would have had all the cast from the original film return. That was put on indefinite hold 1 year later in 2016 when Alan Rickman, who starred in the movie, tragically passed away. And it was thought at that time that all interest in doing this was kind of lost at that point without Alan Rickman. Another tragedy also occurred to the cast of Galaxy Quest in 2001, and that was to actor Daryl Mitchell, who played Tommy Weber in the film. He was paralyzed in a bike accident and is paralyzed from the waist down, I believe, and is forced to use a wheelchair. He still does act. I believe he was just in Fear the Walking Dead, and I believe that he was attached to reprise his role in the series, because they did state that all the actors were returning, so I would assume that that would include him. That project was put on indefinite hold until this year, and it seems like now we are going to get a new Galaxy Quest series. The only person that is for sure attached to it right now is Mark Johnson, who produced the original film and will serve as an executive producer on this series. They are going to try and get the original cast back. I would love to see all them back. I think all of them are still working actors. Sam Rockwell does either like huge movies or he does independent films. Sigourney Weaver, of course, is in the Avatar movies still. And Tim Allen was even given a new series and is still very active in Hollywood. And he has stated many times that he would like to return as the character in Galaxy Quest. There are some more actors I would definitely like to see return. I would like to see Mathesar return, and he was played by Enrico Colantane. I think I'm pronouncing his name right. If not, I apologize. But I would love to see Mathesar return. I would love to see Missy Pyle return as well as her character. And Rainn Wilson, his first film, along with Justin Long, who could return as well, was Galaxy Quest. So having Rainn Wilson return, I think, is an automatic. I'd be really surprised, actually, if Rainn Wilson is not involved in a Galaxy Quest reboot, because this seems like it's right up his alley. And the fact that Galaxy Quest was his first movie, it makes a lot of sense for him to return. And as I just mentioned, Justin Long, his first movie was Galaxy Quest, and it would be awesome to see him return. I would love to see his character return as like a big army sergeant or something, like totally different from his character in Galaxy Quest, and that him interacting with like the aliens and the crew and everything turned him into this like super soldier. I think that would be a great plotline for him. And it's a good time for Galaxy Quest to return, because right now we're seeing a lot of reboots and revivals, not just with Galaxy Quest, but Picard, what I've been talking about recently. So I think Galaxy Quest being a parody, I think at this point, it could even parody itself. Have Galaxy Quest return in universe as a reboot, but it being an actual reboot. I mean, that's very meta, but that's what Galaxy Quest is. So I think, again, that's something that writes itself. So having, Galaxy Quest, this reboot, kind of treat itself like Star Trek Picard, just like how characters from the Next Generation return for Star Trek Picard. I think I also mentioned that this is being produced by Paramount Plus now. So Amazon did have the rights to it, but now it looks like Paramount Plus has the rights to create and produce Galaxy Quest. So I'm really excited about this. I can't wait to hear more about it. I hope they do get some people back from Galaxy Quest. Seeing Tim Allen, Sigourney Weaver, Sam Rockwell, Tony Shalhoub, Rainn Wilson, and Mathesar return, that would be great. I would love to see everyone return and see Galaxy Quest on the screen again. But let me know, are you a fan of Galaxy Quest? Are you excited for this news? And where would you go with a Galaxy Quest reboot or sequel or whatever they're going to do with Galaxy Quest? What would you do with this property? Hey everyone, Eric here. Thanks for joining me, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. This was taken from my weekly podcast, WDIM News, which you can catch each Monday on this channel. If you would like to check out the full podcast, you can do so by clicking on this video here. Make sure that you not only hit the like button to help support me, but also hit the subscribe button so that you know when my new videos come out. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next time on What Did I Miss?